So you can spot that kind of thing in a space often. So there really is a difference between somebody who's messy and totally cool with it, and somebody who's messy and wishes they wishes that they weren't. And one of the ways you can do that is looking for efforts, but invariably failed efforts to get their acts together. And you often see that. You see people, okay, I'm going to get all the color-coded files, and I'm going to get the paper clips, and I'm going to get the organizers, and you see that stuff, and they have a calendar. You see it, so they're getting there. But if you look closely, you see that the calendar is actually 20 days out of date. They haven't turned it over. You'll see that they started to put all the accounts in the red files, but then they just didn't anticipate how many red files they need, so they use a blue file instead. And you just see these things begin to break down. I mean, I'm like that too. I said, okay, I'm going to get organized. I'm going to get some CD. I'm going to go to IKEA and I'm going to get some CD boxes, and I had these lovely CD drawers, and I did that. And if you came into my house, you'd think, oh, how organized he is. But if you took a closer look, you'd see that after 2 days, my organizational system broke down because I'm playing one thing, then I'm not thinking about it, and start to put on another CD, and I just can't maintain it. And I think that's one of the reasons why physical spaces are so revealing and so interesting. It's because it really reflects long-term behaviors that's very hard to fake. So in order to, and we saw this in some of the spaces, we found real differences between a tidy room, a structurally deep, tidy space, and a tidied space. Because if the boss is coming over, or prospective, there's only so much you can do in an hour or a day even to do that. And one of the reasons is, as I said, because it takes so long to construct a space and make it deeply tidy. Another reason is that people with different personalities just see the world differently. So I remember assessing a colleague's office and saying, oh, well, you seem to be high on this conscientiousness trait, which I call the air traffic controller. It's what you want your air traffic controllers to be high on this. They come to work on time, they focus, they task oriented, and all this. So I said, I bet you seem to be high on this trait. I predict that you would be very punctual for your classes and so on. She goes, no. She said, I'm not at all punctual. You got that wrong. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? And she goes, well, actually lately things have been going downhill. I now only show up 15 minutes before my class instead of the usual 30. Right? So part of her personality, though, was having a different standard for judging it. I've never shown up 15 minutes before my class, ever, because I can't get my act together. So and I think this reveals an important point, is when you talk to people about their personality, part of their personality affects how they see their personality, which is why we often ask other people about them, not just self-report.